Hello, I'm your superhero critic.
And I'm the Geeky Gamer Gang.
And he cut off my catchphrase.
You're welcome.
Anyway, last year's Batman, we covered both Tim Burton films, Mask of the Phantasm, and the shitfest that was Batman and Robin.
I liked that movie. Schwarzenegger plays a mean Mr. Freeze? What's his name? I don't know, DC.
Fail. And since I have already covered Batman Forever being my first review, and this year covering the Adam West 1960s film, what better way to finish this Batman
Begins
than starting with the Nolan trilogy. After Schumacher's failure that was Batman and Robin, the studios had no idea what they wanted to do with Batman. Script after script would be proposed, and it wasn't till 2003 where Christopher Nolan would become the writer/director of the 2005 film Batman Begins, which starts one of the most successful Batman trilogies.
So here we begin with Batman Begins, so we shall begin whenever we begin with Batman Begins.
You think you said enough begins?
Maybe. Our movie starts with a young Bruce chasing Nolan's original character, Rachel Dawes, around a garden until he falls down into a cave where he is attacked by a swarm of bats, before cutting to a grown-up Bruce getting a line for foodstuffs, picking a fight with almost everybody because he's an asshole. For his actions, Bruce is sentenced to solitary confinement where he meets a man named Duckard, speaking on behalf of Ra's al Ghul, who offers to bring Bruce into the League of Shadows.
Bruce makes his way to the League's headquarters, coming face to face with the demon himself, and his training begins with him quickly being taken down by Ducard. When Ducard asks what it is that Bruce fears, we cut back to the past as Bruce's father tries to encourage his son about fear before cutting to the Waynes at the theater, which of course leads to Bruce wanting to leave once he gets scared, leading to his parents' death.
I said jewelry.
And that was Batman Begins! I'm done!
And there's way more movie left.
After the funeral, Bruce blames himself for the murder before coming back to the present, where we got our movie's ninja training montage, which includes smoke bombs and sword fighting, and after a campfire speech, Bruce returns to Gotham and goes through all of his memories and reunites with Rachel and blah 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 to talk about the court hearing where his parents' killer got off free. To no fucking surprise, as Bruce goes to shoot his parents' killer, someone beats him to it.
Bruce shows his anger towards everything to Rachel, who in turn shows him how bad the city is turned thanks to Falcone. During a sit-down with Falcone himself, Bruce sees just how much power he truly has as he's taunted, punched in the face, and thrown in the street. We then get another montage of how Bruce got arrested to begin with, and more training with Ducard in ninja mode to teach our hero how to become one with his fears.
You cannot leave any sign.
What if, like, after he fell down the cave, he, like, saw an inhaler and he became an asthma man? With the power to...
I have nothing to say. Good! For once, I have nothing to say.
This is yours. Spat all over your inhaler, sir.
You can keep it. Woo!
The League now feels that Bruce is ready to become one of them, but are requiring him to kill a murderer. When he refuses to do so, a fight breaks out as a torch begins to burn the place down. During the chaos, Reach is buried under the rubble and Bruce saves Duckard on the trip and have to save him a second time from falling off a cliff because, you know, young Bruce is a fail.
Bruce once again returns to Gotham, swearing to protect and save his city, saying becoming a symbol over a man is what is necessary. In court, Dr. Crane gets another Batman villain, Zsasz, off of jail time, demanding he be put in an asylum instead. Of course, Rachel doesn't approve of it and knows something's wrong. Back to Bruce, we see our hero spelunk into the Batcave for the first time since childhood, birthing the symbol he must become.
Mary Twilight Sparkle, what? Is the movie over yet?
No! We still have at least an hour and a half.
I'm going back to sleep.
No, you're not.
Crane and Falcone discuss the fact that they know someone is snooping around their operations before jumping to Wayne Enterprises again, where Bruce reveals he is still alive, but instead of taking right over, he wants a job to get to know his company. Bruce then meets Lucius Fox, played by Morgan Freeman, who shows our hero prototypes of all the armor and gadgets Bruce will eventually use.
We get a montage of Bruce painting everything and ordering more parts, before Bruce takes a trip to visit Gordon to learn why no one takes on Falcone. In his escape attempt, he almost hurts himself, so he goes back to Lucius Fox to get more gadgets, this time a memory cloth that will change its shape if a current is pushed through it. Bruce notices a vehicle in the back and test drives it, having a little fun in the process.
So what do you think? Does it come in black?
Does it come in dark gray?
Or maybe a nice shade of rainbow.
This is not gay man, this is Batman.
Butt whistles. Hi.
Thank you, Jeff Dunham.
Ta 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 ta.
This is what I work with.
We're working? Not crap, I forgot to clock in. Gordon Freeman's corrupt cop partner has a meeting with Falcone about the shipment that's going to be done that night and how it better not have any hitches. After a short montage of more gadgetry, Batman's first appearance finally happens as Falcone's men start disappearing during the shipment. As the hero takes out Falcone's men, we get our first shot of our hero as well as Batman's most famous line.
I'm Batman.
Sorry, Christian Bale. Michael Keaton said it so much better.
Unfortunately for Michael Keaton, Jensen Ackles said it the best.
This is not fucking supernatural! We then jump to Rachel in the subway, who is almost jumped by Falcone's men, but quickly saved by Bats, who in turn gives her photos of proof of Falcone's crimes. Gordon answers the call to arrest the men at the docks, but thinks he can't pin it on Falcone until he sees Falcone himself strapped to a searchlight.
What the hell is that?
Of course, the GCPD isn't happy with the vigilante, and the chief demands his capture while Rachel tries to convince her boss to let her go after Falcone. when they get knowledge of a microwave invention that can destroy water supplies being turned on and stolen before jumping to Bruce out on a date at a hotel. While listening to his table mates babble on about the vigilante, Bruce buys the hotel and goes for a dip, because fuck it, why not, I'm rich.
As Bruce leaves the hotel, he runs into Rachel, and they talk about the vigilante, their past, and Bruce not being the same that he used to be. We then jump to Dr. Crane, who talks to Falcone, and after Falcone says he'll blab everything to the police, we get a glimpse of the Scarecrow for the first time.
They scream and they cry. Which is your day now?
Gordon gets a visit from our hero to talk about his corrupt partner and what is really going on. While Flask is out on a rainy stroll, our hero has some questions for him.
Where were the other drugs going?
I'm Batman and I need a cough drop. Lower Jonas. Oh.
We learn that Falcone is the one who has the microwave device, and our hero goes to investigate the house only for Crane to show up. While he's able to take on the two goons, Scarecrow hits him with gas, screwing up his mind, and Scarecrow sets him on fire as he jumps out the window.
In my opinion, you need to lighten up.
Lucius Fox shows up 2 days later saying he was able to create an antidote, to which Bruce asks him to make more of. Rachel stops by to give Bruce his birthday present, but the conversation doesn't last long when she gets a call that Crane has moved Falcone to Arkham. At Arkham, Rachel demands more information on Falcone, which she learns the hard way as Scarecrow shows her the medicine is made.
After Rachel is dosed with Scarecrow's gas, our hero steps in and begins taking out Crow's men. In the process, Batman gives the doctor a taste of his own medicine and learns that Crane is working for Ra's al Ghul, despite him being dead. Gordon and his team set up, and Bats grabs Gordon to tell him everything that's going on. Gordon then helps Batman get Rachel out of the building using backup in the form of bats. So, since he's Batman and he has this giant army of bats, what about what if it was Inhaler Man?
Well, then Inhaler Man would obviously be like the Oprah Winfrey of superheroes. You can breathe, and you can breathe. Everyone can motherfucking breathe.
Except for Christian Bale, because he still needs a cough drop.
He's Batman.
The next scene is a citywide car chase with Batman giving all of the GCPD the slip as he goes from roof to roof and finally makes his way through the city's tunnels before getting away and bringing Rachel into the Batcave to give her the antidote. Alfred is pissed off at Bruce's actions, saying he's bringing the name of Wayne down. And Gordon tries to get more information but gets nothing, and at his party, Bruce learns the shocking truth that Duker is the real Ra's al Ghul.
You're not Ra's al Ghul. I watched him die.
But is Ra's al Ghul immortal? Are his methods supernatural?
Dun, dun, dun.
Bruce turns on dick mode as he tells all of his guests to go home. Ra's explains his plan to Bruce, which is to release the toxin in order to watch the city tear itself apart. The two argue over what's right for the city as Raz's men start burning the manor down. As Bruce is knocked out by his own home, Raz has released all the criminals into the city. While Alfred tries to help Bruce up, we get a joke that actually is kind of funny and makes sense.
What is the point of all those push-ups if you can't even lift a bloody log?
Alfred kind of has a point.
Still an asshole. He's on the ground dying. We gotta help the man.
He wasn't dying, he was just pinned.
You don't know if he was dying or not. The movie doesn't tell shit anyway. Might as well have been dying. I can imagine things. I can imagine things.
Imagination.
Cause everything is awesome. Everything is going on okay. We have real issues. Are we done with this fucking thing yet?
No.
Damn it!
You're welcome, good sir.
As the town goes into chaos, Rachel brings the antidote to Gordon. Reese sets his plan into motion as he gets his men over the bridge and sets off the microwave, activating the toxin within everybody. Batman shows up and tells Gordon what Reese's plan is, and Rachel gives a shock to Scarecrow.
Here get south. I'm here to help.
Batman saves Rachel from a couple inmates. Before he leaves, he re-says the words Rachel told him at the hotel, giving away his identity. Our hero then confronts our villain, and our final fight begins when Ross sends his men to combat our hero. Bats grapples onto the moving train as Gordon drives the Batmobile through the city.
As hero and villain duke it out on the train, Gordon blows up part of the train in order to stop Ra's al Ghul's plan. Batman leaves with some parting words for our villain.
If you finally learn to do what is necessary, I won't kill you. But I don't have to save you.
Our movie ends with Bruce buying his company back, firing the president and appointing Fox to take his place. Rachel and Bruce try to fix what little is left of their relationship, and as Hero visits Gordon, we get the calling card of our sequel's main villain.
Well, there you have it, true believers.
This is DC, not Marvel!
Oh.
You idiot. Anyway, join us next week when we continue the Nolan trilogy with a movie that not only was the most successful out of the trilogy.
It's probably the most successful DC movie ever made because it was the only one that doesn't suck.
Not the point, but we will be diving into the Joker-esque Dark Knight.
That actually ended someone's career.
You, sir, are an asshole.
It's not my fault he was reading off ledger cards. Oh, 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 oh.
I'm the Superhero Critic.
And I'm the Geeky Gamer Guy.
He's a dick. And I'll stay super as long as you stay awesome.
Good night, folks.